869-452 and 1-866-6775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly. 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or RonSiegelRadio.com. Just remember that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
Well, I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money. I personally work with you, even if you don't have any needs today. Save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And, of course, we celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. National Coaches Day. Okay, if you say so. I guess there's a good place for coaches in everything that we do. Let's see what else we've got. This one's for me. This is Plus Size Appreciation Day. And there's a lot of pluses in my size. I just throw that out there. National Noodle Day. Okay. Walk to School Day. Does anybody walk to school anymore? I don't think, I know in my area, I don't see too many people walking to school. I see a lot of parents driving their kids to school. Every once in a while, I'll see somebody walking their kids to school, but I don't see too many walking to school. Pumpkin Seed Day. Today's also National Coffee with a Cop Day. I like that one. Anything we can do to support our law enforcement. And this one here, I don't know about this one. So today is National Orange Wine Day. Now, I don't know. National Orange Wine Day takes a bold sip of an ancient method of winemaking. Little-known style of wine shines with its bold flavor, auburn color. Join the celebration as it gains some appreciation with vineyards, wine cellars, and lovers. Yeah, that's not for me. There's a few of the white wines that I like. I'm not a big white wine drinker, but there are a few that I like. There's some rosés that I like, but, I'll stick with the reds, please. We might have to put this one out on our social channels today, Josh, and see if there's anybody that's an orange wine drinker. I don't know, but we'll check it out. Let's see what the roller coaster is doing today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average now down 307 points. S&P 500 down 31. NASDAQ down 52. Oil down $1.09 per barrel. It is a roller coaster. So I think if I'm not mistaken, today's Wednesday, right? So let's see. Monday, the Dow was down about 400. Yesterday, it was up about 400. Today, it's down about 300. Boy, I can't keep track of all this. It's a bit nutty right now watching what's going on out there. And, yeah, if you're into the cryptocurrencies, that's even crazier, right? What's going on with cryptocurrencies? Bitcoin, 54,000 a coin right now. Now, what is Bitcoin? I went to an economic forecast yesterday. I know that, when you've got, no friends. Well, actually, I do have friends because a friend invited me to the forecast. But what do you do when you have well, I had stuff to do. I don't know. I went to the forecast anyway yesterday. 400 people in a room. Now, this is what fascinated me. A couple of things that fascinated me from the forecast. Number one, 400 people in a room. Yeah, that was kind of nice, right here in Southern California. The event was for the Newport Beach Chamber of Commerce. Keynote speaker was from UC Irvine. Now, when you start putting in a group, UC Irvine and 400 people, one room, and they came right out and actually was very, very calm about it, saying that basically, COVID is gone, right? The organizations are back, events are back. The event in Newport Beach, 400 people indoors. I was at an event Sunday night, 100 people outdoors. There's an event going on in Dallas right now, hundreds of people indoors. So events are back, and we're watching a lot of people out there going to the events. But the forecast, back to what I was saying on the economic forecast yesterday, I found a couple of key takeaways. Number one, Bitcoin or any of the cryptocurrencies. What are you investing in? It's not a stock, right? It's not an equity position, because you can't own equity in something that's non-tangible like that. It's not a commodity, right? You can't, you don't use it. It's not like soybeans or oil or any of those things. So it's not that. It's not a savings account. So that's not it. I guess it's a hobby. Okay, so we'll call it a hobby. That was kind of one of the takeaways there. Because, the only thing that in my opinion, that's worse than these cryptos is, what do they call these things? The NFTs, where you can go and buy a virtual copy of a painting and pay tens of thousands of dollars for the virtual copy so you can show your cell phone to somebody. I don't get that one either, but I digress. The other big takeaway that I got from one of the other big takeaways, there's several of them. I don't know if I have the brochure here. I'll have to find it, because the speaker was a very interesting speaker. And when you say interesting and economist in the same sentence, that's very, very rare, right? I mean, economists, they study numbers, right? They're in numbers all the time. But here was the issue that I found fascinating with one of his comments, was he made a comment about the employment numbers and jobs. And all economists do that, right? But, I've seen this in every place I've gone in the last 4 months. So yes, I was in Las Vegas. I was shocked. I was at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. Big hotel, right? Lots of rooms, lots of space. And Vegas used to be known as a 24-hour city. So my wife and I go to a concert in Las Vegas. After the concert, we decide, maybe we'll get a cup of coffee and a little dessert. I'm a big dessert guy, obviously, right? Not at Mandalay Bay. Because by 11 o'clock, it was almost like it was, I don't know, Palm Springs or something. It was shut. Mandalay Bay Hotel, not a restaurant you could go to inside the hotel. Yeah, there was a couple of bars that were still open. Obviously, the casino's open. But no place other than the convenience store to get any kind of food. Fascinated me, right? So now you start looking, and I went to book a reservation at Pachanga for an event that we're going to do a couple weeks from now that we'll be involved with. If you're in the real estate industry, give me a call at 800-306-1990. I'll tell you about it. Great event. So, no, it's not a Ron Siegel radio production. But I called Pachanga, no rooms available. So I called the event organizer, and I said, hey, what's going on here? Well, he said they canceled all the room blocks because half the rooms are not available because they don't have staffing. Funny, same thing I heard at Mandalay Bay. Then I'm at the convention, the economic forecast yesterday, and the economist, the keynote speaker, says there's 1.8 million job openings in leisure and hospitality, according to the latest JOLTS report. 1.8 million. Now, when you go and look at the latest numbers that came out last month on unemployment, would it surprise you? Can you guess on how many unemployed workers there are in the leisure and hospitality segment? Yeah, there's 1.8 million unemployed and there's 1.8 million job openings.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
So it goes back to some of the same things we've been talking about for quite a while, is some of the policies that are coming out of Washington and the states, well, they're killing the economy, right? Because Pachanga wants to be open. They want to be doing more business. They want to have more people working, but the people don't want to go to work. I would venture to guess Mandalay Bay, 25 years ago when they opened up, I think the Bally's Hotel or Bellagio, it might have been Bellagio. They said they need to make $1 million a day in profit. Now, this was 20 or 25 years ago. $1 million a day. It's a lot of money, right? That was just their break even. So these hotels, they want to be open. They don't want to have a coffee shop that seats hundreds of people and have it closed, right? They want to be opened. But if they can't get people to come back to work, why aren't they coming back to work? Well, the unemployment benefits just ran out, 2-3 weeks ago. So it'll be fascinating to see on Friday when we get our new jobs report. Yes, we did get the ADP report. We'll talk about that in the next segment. But on Friday, when we get the new jobs report, and we will talk about, hey, what's going on with jobs? What's going on with unemployment? Are people coming back to work? We'll talk about it. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, what do supply and demand tell us about today's housing market? We'll chat about it. We're going to do a workshop today, and it's for first-time home buyers. So we'll do a first-time home buyer workshop. We'll do that, and we'll also give you our featured home, brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. And if all that doesn't give us enough to talk about, we'll talk about assuming a mortgage in a divorce. Does it release the spouse? We'll talk about that as well. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference in the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate court could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990. Yeah, they've got a down payment assistance program. They've got first responder programs, fire, military, teachers, nurses, all kinds of programs right there for our friends in the first responder world from Geneva Financial. Let's see what's going on in the marketplace today as I speak to you. So we've got this rocky road, not the ice cream, but we do have the Dow Jones now down 324 points. S&P is down 34. The NASDAQ is down 58. The 10-year Treasury down 1 basis point, and mortgage-backed securities are down 2 basis points. But that's all well and good. What's causing it? Well, the Mortgage Bankers Association released their mortgage application data for the week ending October 1, showing that overall application volume decreased by 6.9%. Applications to purchase a home were down 2%. Refinances decreased by 10%. That has a lot to do with the fact that interest rates have been going up. They're about 1/8 higher than they were last year this time. If you haven't taken advantage of the rates, well, shame on you. But here's the other part of it, is if you've got a lot of debts, maybe you ought to look at that with your debt part of your balance sheet as well. The ADP employment report showed that there was an increase of 568,000 jobs. That was created in the private sector in September, which was higher than expectations of 428,000. August figures was revised lower by 34,000 from 374,000 to 340,000 jobs created. And we are seeing that, well, some people are going back to work now with that ADP report giving us that information. You know, it's because a lot of the pandemic unemployment benefits, those have gone away. Both goods producing and service sector companies showed gains, with services contributing the majority share of 329,000. Yes, leisure and hospitality, they did lead the way with 201,000 jobs gained, followed by education and health with 59,000 and construction with 30,000. So it'll be interesting to see what the BLS report shows at the end of the week. We'll figure that out. We'll see that on Friday. Usually comes out the first Friday of the month, but it did not come out the first Friday this month. It was delayed just a little bit. But that is the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And because we are doing the workshop on the first-time home buyers, I'm going to give you our real-time real estate segment right now. The real-time real estate segment is being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. SLT Home Digest 79564. Find that dream home before someone else does. You will get that right there from great information on there. It tells you exactly what the county recorder knows about the property. It tells you what the market believes about the property. And, oh, yes, it is compliments of your friends right here at Ron Siegel Radio. So I'm going to just try and make sure that we've got this do not disturb on so we don't get the calls coming in during radio show. People don't realize I can't answer the phone while we're chatting here. Well-known economic theory, the law of supply and demand, that explains what's happening with prices in the current real estate market. Put simply, when demand for an item is high, prices rise. When the supply of the item increases, prices fall. Of course, when demand is very high and supply is very low, prices can rise significantly. Understanding the impact both supply and demand have can provide the answers to a few popular questions about today's housing market. Why are prices rising? Where are prices headed? What does this mean for home buyers? So let's tackle the first one first. That's a good place to start, right? Why are prices rising? So according to the latest Home Price Insights report from CoreLogic, home prices have risen 18.1% since this time last year. But what's driving the increase? Recent buyer and seller activity data from the National Association of Realtors, NAR, helps answer that question. When we take NAR's buyer activity data and compare it to the seller traffic during the same time frame, we can see buyer demand continues to outpace seller activity by a wide margin. In other words, the demand for homes is significantly greater than the current supply that's available to buy. And if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv or any of our social channels or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you're looking at a couple of charts showing August buyer traffic and August seller traffic. The combination of low supply and high demand is what's driving high home prices up. Bill McBride, author of the Calculated Risk blog, puts it best saying, quote, "By some measures, house prices seem high, but the recent price increases make sense from a supply and demand perspective," unquote. Where are prices headed? The supply of homes for sale will greatly affect where prices head over the coming months. Many experts forecast that prices will continue to increase, but they'll likely appreciate at a slower rate. Buyers hoping to purchase the home of their dreams may see this as welcome news. In this case, perspective is important. A slight moderation of home prices does not mean prices will depreciate or fall. Price increases may occur at a slower pace, but experts still expect them to rise. 5 major entities that closely follow the real estate market forecast home prices will continue appreciating through 2022. And again, we've got that graph showing for you. And it looks like it's about a 5.2% average for all forecasts. Mortgage Bankers Association lead the way at 6.2, Freddie Mac 5.3, Home Price Expectation Survey 5.1, Fannie Mae 5.1, and the National Association of Realtors, they've got the biggest vested interest in this. They're saying 4.4. They've got the lowest of all 5. What does this mean for home buyers? Well, if you're waiting to enter the market because you're expecting prices to drop, you may end up paying more in the long run. Even if price increases occur at a slower rate next year, prices are still projected to rise. That means the home of your dreams will likely cost even more in 2022. The truth is, high demand, low supply are what's driving up home prices in today's housing market. And while prices may increase at a slower pace in the coming months, experts still expect them to rise. If you're a potential home buyer, let's connect today to discuss what that could mean for you if you wait even longer to buy. That is the Real-Time Real Estate segment, again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. When we come back, we're going to get into our workshop for today. It's the first-time home buyer workshop. Now, this is the introductory course, right? We do a full-blown workshop. It's about a 90-minute workshop that we do just on home buying. This is introductory. We're not going to spend 90 minutes on it, but we're going to give you a taste, a flavor of what you get in that fuller version. And then we'll give you some information on what you can do to find out when we have our next full-on home buyer workshop. We're also going to chat when we come back. We've got a featured home to speak to you about, and we might even get into a better outcome segment, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, and if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Our house in the middle of our street.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you could retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions, as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. So yes, there are a lot of folks out there that are thinking about buying their first home. So we figured we'd give you a little workshop here. This is an introductory course to our Buying Your First Home. We do a full detailed seminar. It's about 90 minutes. Sometimes with questions, it'll go to 120. But this is just going to be our step-by-step guide to the home buying process. And we're going to let you have some great information on this one. And again, I am your presenter. Yes, Ron Siegel, Ron Siegel Radio. Been investing in real estate. And you always want to know who you're talking to. So I've been investing in real estate, both residential and commercial, since the early 1980s. I know some of you were not even born back then. But yes, I've been doing it for a day or two. Started helping people out there. It's actually a fraternity brother's family that I helped buy their first piece of property back while I was still in college. But we have a lot of experience. We've gone through the boom of the 80s, 90s, the 2000s. We've gone through the booms and the busts, the downturns of the 80s, 90s. started doing the radio show back in 2010, and it was all about education, right? This is not a money-making venture for us. If the radio show even breaks even, that'd be great. But the idea here is, how do we help people? That's what we really are looking for, is how do we help people? How do we educate you, the hows and the why of real estate? And that's what we started doing way back 10 or 11 years ago. So what we're going to do today, we're going to show the advantage of home ownership, the home buying process, documentation, and the next steps to buying a home. And we're going to give you all this kind of good stuff. We're going to give you the documentation that's needed to qualify for the home, and then what you have to do along your whole journey. So let's get started. And if you're watching us again on ronsiegelradio.tv, ABC News and Talk, AM 1490 on the video feed, Josh has got these slides going in the background of what I'm talking about. And if you miss it, you can go to Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. You can go to all of our social channels, because what we'll do is our team will cut this out and we'll put it in the workshop section of our YouTube channel and on our Vimeo channel. So here we go. Let's get on with it. Buying your new home. Although the experience of owning your first home can be fulfilling and exciting, the actual financing and buying process can be quite overwhelming. From choosing the right neighborhood for your lifestyle to reviewing your financial options, there are a lot of important decisions that you need to make to buy a home. Understanding the home buying process and the financing options available to you should bring you some peace of mind while helping you make informed financial decisions. Buying your new home. That's the fun part of it. So next slide, Josh. Although the experience of owning your first home can be fulfilling and exciting, the actual financing and buying process can be quite overwhelming. I think we might have already had that information on. I think they gave us the same information for both slides. Gotta love it. Okay. So basically what we're looking at here is understanding the home buying process and the financing options available to you. If you do these, the idea here is the more you know, the less overwhelming and stressful the process can be. It can bring a peace of mind to you by just understanding the home buying process and the financing options. So the advantages of home ownership: there's tax benefits. As a home owner, you can deduct your monthly mortgage interest and your property taxes on your income tax. Depends if you qualify. You got to talk to your financial people about that. Certain costs incurred during the purchase of a home are also tax deductible. Be sure to save all your closing statements. It's best to contact a tax professional to receive more detailed information on what deductions you may be eligible to receive. And building wealth. Owning a home can help you build wealth in two ways: growth in equity and appreciation. Growth in equity happens as you pay down your mortgage. A certain percentage of each mortgage payment goes towards a reduction in the total amount owed. Typical payments in the first few years of the mortgage are primarily applied to interest on the loans. As time passes, however, more and more of each payment is applied to the outstanding loan amount, and your equity in your home increases. Appreciation is when the value of a property builds over time. Historically, real estate market values tend to grow over time. Updating features or remodeling a home can also help increase a home's value. Financial stability, that's a biggie. Fixed interest home loan payments remain stable year after year, as opposed to rent payments, which may increase year after year. Since salaries generally rise over time, the fact that mortgage payments can remain steady over time can help you manage, plan, and grow your wealth. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development sponsors housing counseling agencies throughout the country that can provide you with advice on buying a home and resolving credit issues. These services are offered at little or no cost to you. To find a provider near you, visit consumerfinance.gov/find-a-housing-counselor. And again, it's on your screen. If you want that information, give us a call again at 800-306-1990. I'd be happy to get that for you. The home buying process. Let's get into that a little bit. Once you've made the decision to buy a home, you may ask yourself, what do I do first? The process begins by finding out how much you qualify for. This means that you'll need to first meet with a lender. That will be me, and we'll review your financial documentation to find out how much you qualify for. I'll cover that information in more detail in a few minutes. Once you find out how much you qualify for, you can begin looking for a house. Once you find a house you like, you make an offer, and then you'll be able to close on your house when we close on your loan. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Really, there's more to understand in the process, so let's take a look at each of these steps in a bit more detail. Let's start with step one, which is collecting information regarding your financial records. So again, step one, collect financial records. We will ask for your financial records to determine your financial stability, creditworthiness, and ability to repay the loan. This does include your job history, income records, documentation of assets. Just a quick term for you, PITI. When evaluating your future housing expenses, it's important to take into consideration the entire housing expense, not just the mortgage payment. Mortgage lenders use PITI calculations, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, to determine the total monthly housing expense. Homeowners Association fees will also be added to the calculation when applicable. The PITI calculation will be used as one of the components of the debt-to-income ratio. Now, you also have a total debt-to-income ratio. And when we evaluate your ability to repay the loan, we're going to calculate your debt-to-income ratio, or DTI. The DTI is your total minimum monthly debt. Proposed PITI, credit cards, student loans, car payments, all those things that are fixed every month that are going to come in. That's divided by your gross monthly income. The lower your debt-to-income ratio, the higher the likelihood of getting the home loan terms you want. And the credit score. Credit score is generated by a credit reporting agency and is calculated from several pieces of data in your credit report. Both positive and negative information is considered in the calculation, including payment history, amounts owed, length of credit history, and types of credit used. The higher the score, the better your loan rates are likely to be. And again, this is where I'm going to tell you, go and get the mobile app that you have from Ron Siegel Radio. RonIsMyLender.com. RonIsMyLender.com. So if you get that mobile app, it's going to help you calculate all these different things. It's going to give you the loan application right there. And then when you go and you get a mortgage calculator, that's part of it. First item right on every one of our loan apps. And it goes on your phone or your desktop, your laptop, iPad, Surface, any of the other applications, Android. So you put that on there. You put in the house you're looking at. It's $400,000. I want to put 3.5% down. It calculates it for you. And it'll tell you what your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance payment is. All of that stuff is right there at your fingertips. Step two, we've got to look at your loan options. So when you're shopping for a mortgage loan, it's very important to work with a licensed mortgage professional like myself who you feel comfortable with and who you can feel you can trust. A lot of people like to go to their computer and they push a button and they think that they're going to get mortgage information. No, the application, when you push that button online, it's just collecting what they want. It's not answering what you need to know and what you want. The mortgage professional, that's our team, can help you identify any credit issues that may hinder a loan approval, guide you through the loan application and closing process, help you determine a home purchase price that you can afford, help you compare different loan programs so you can choose the best one for your financial needs, and manage and address any issues that may come up along the way. Got to know your options. When choosing a mortgage, there are many factors to consider which affect your monthly payments, closing costs, amount of cash needed at closing, and total amount paid for your loan. These factors include whether the loan is fixed or adjustable interest rate, number of years or term that you'll be making payments, down payment amount, mortgage insurance options, and fees. Do not be afraid to ask questions so that you can fully understand the impact of these on your home loan. Questions are your friend. There are no dumb questions during this process. Ask lots of questions. For example, don't be afraid to ask questions along the way. The more knowledgeable you are, more comfortable you feel. And if your lender cannot answer your questions, you may not be working with the right lender. What's the difference in monthly payments between a 15-year term and a 30-year term? That might be something you want to know. While a 15-year term will result in a higher monthly payment, you may qualify for a lower interest rate. Plus, you'd be finished paying your home in half the time, saving a significant amount on interest payments. Another question to consider is, what interest rate would I qualify for if I chose an adjustable rate mortgage? Now, in a low interest rate environment like we have right now, we're not using those too much, but you need to understand it. Usually adjustable rate mortgages have a lower starting interest rate, resulting in a lower initial monthly payment, but adjustable rates tend to increase over time. However, if you plan on staying in the home for only a few years, this may be a viable option. And if you're bringing in less than 20% for down payment, you'll want to know about mortgage insurance. Next question. How would mortgage insurance affect my monthly payment, and how long would I have to pay it? Mortgage insurance reduces the down payment requirements for the borrower, but it will increase your monthly payments. Depending on the type of loan and the specific insurer, you may be able to eliminate the mortgage insurance payments once your balance drops below a certain level. There are many other questions you may have, and I'll be around to chat about that. With any questions, just give us a call at 800-306-1990. Finding your new home. Your next step in the home buying process. See, there's a lot of stuff to do before you go out and start shopping. Once you have been approved, you got to find where you want to live. This next house hunting stage can be fun and exciting, but it's important to keep your priorities in mind when evaluating potential homes. For example, perhaps you found a beautiful large home, but the school district is rated poorly. Is a smaller house in a better school district a better fit? This depends on your family's unique needs. You may look to have dozens of homes before you find one that is in a neighborhood that suits your lifestyle, is within your budget, has all the features like bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchen, backyard that your family desires. You should be prepared to readjust your priorities to find a home within your budget that fits all of your needs. Remember, your first home does not necessarily need to be your forever home, right? There are things called starter homes, right? The apartment you're living in now or the condo you're in now may not be your forever property. The home may not be your forever home, but at least you're paying your mortgage instead of somebody else's. Next up, working with a real estate agent. You'll probably begin your home search online, but when you get ready to make an offer, you'll want to be sure and work with a reputable real estate agent who can help you through the entire process. A real estate agent can also be a great asset in helping you find your dream home. Real estate agents generally have access to home sale listings that you may not be able to access on your own. A good real estate agent can help you by reviewing your wish list and researching potential homes, making arrangements to show the homes that fit your requirements, researching neighborhood, schools, and tax rates, negotiating a purchase price and making the offer. This is important because the seller wants to get the maximum amount for their home, while you want to pay the lowest cost possible. And assisting in the purchase and closing process wherever you are in the home buying process. This first step is to find out how much you qualify for, and that begins by meeting with a lender like me, and I can help you through that process. And then I'll give you anywhere I'm sounding my voice, I would be more than happy to introduce you to a great lender. And as I've told you, we do this all the time. Ron Siegel Radio, that's what we're here for, is to help educate you and give you a great home loan experience. We've got a great team that works for you. Our Jessica is in the back office. Lori, our tremendous underwriter. Mindy's out front. Jennifer is out front working there. Josh didn't even want to put his picture up here with all the pretty ladies. So, and he's my right hand. He takes care of all these things. He's in the background running all of these systems for us. So you've got the loan application, the mortgage app, right? So you can go ahead and get that. ronismylender.com. We'll understand your loan options, down payment assistance, the first responder programs. And yes, you can contact us anywhere. RonSiegelRadio.com. RonSiegelRadio.com is our website. Yes, we are your home and mortgage connection. And if you have any questions, again, just reach out to me. I appreciate you. And yes, we do have to put all the legal stuff in there. And if you're watching us again on RonSiegelRadio.tv, our QR code right there, just go put your iPhone or Android up to it, that'll actually pull in all of the data right for how to reach us. So we appreciate you watching and listening to the abbreviated version of our home buyer presentation. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, we've got a featured home for you and a better outcome segment, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at RonIsMyLender.com. That's RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The featured home segment today being brought to you by myfavoritelender.net, myfavoritelender.net. 75 New Dawn. It's in Irvine. It's a Mike Dunn listing. Mike Dunn listings are usually pretty nice properties. Absolutely stunning home in National Architectural Award-winning exclusive Rosegate by Taylor Woodrow, located in the prestigious Northwood Point area of Irvine. This neighborhood is home to National Blue Ribbon Award-winning Northwood High, Canyon View Elementary, and Sierra Vista Middle Schools. One of the most flexible, livable, and creative floor plans ever designed. The design has options for a dual master suites downstairs and up, and features 4-car garage, 5 bedrooms plus an office, or 4 bedrooms plus a bonus and office. And all bedrooms have their own ensuite bathrooms. Purchase price $2,788,007. Is that a feng shui number? I don't know where you come up with a number like that. So maybe it sounds like it might be something that's feng shui, and being that I don't understand feng shui, I'm not up on it. But I'm looking at the pictures of this property. If you're looking at the pictures with us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, wow, they're pretty amazing photos here. Let's look at some financing options. 10% down, $11,800 a month. 20% down, $10,488 a month. And strategically speaking, if you're looking at 25% down, you're looking at $86.75 a month. Yes, that is principal and interest only. You have to add your taxes, your insurance, HOA, and if there's any mortgage insurance on top of that. And for those of you keeping score, compliance people, I know you're out there. The APRs, they're 4.088, 3.975, and 3.075, NMLS 217037. That is the featured home, brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. Again, Mike Dunn is the agent. If you want to be in touch, put in touch with Mike, give me a call at 800-306-1990. 75 New Dawn in Irvine. It is 5 bedrooms, 4 full and a half a bathroom. Looks like it's beautiful. I mean, it's just stunning property. Again, give me a call at 800-306-1990. That is the featured home. And we'll move right from that to a better outcome segment. And I should have told you in the last segment, I didn't even get to it. Shame on me. If you're thinking of buying a new home, don't forget to go and grab our home buyer's guide. We change them every quarter. So you can text HBG to 79564, HBG 79564, or you can go to rsrhbg.com, rsrhbg.com, and get a hold of that buyer's guide. And we'll see if we can squeeze this in because we are running a bit late. See if I can get this for you, a better outcome segment brought to you by mycdlp.com. Can you assume the mortgage in a divorce? That's the question. The marital home, an existing mortgage on the marital home, or other real property is the main settlement issue in the majority of all divorces in the United States. However, this issue is not as simple as who gets the house and who moves out. There may be many points of concern to settle that. There may be many points of concern to settle that get overlooked. Although the marital settlement agreement may determine who retains ownership of the marital home or other real property after the divorce is final, it is crucial to understand that the deed, decree, and debt are 3 entirely separate issues to settle. The deed and transferring ownership. A property owner can transfer their ownership in real property to another party using a quitclaim deed or other instrument. When both parties are co-mortgagees on the mortgage note, no further action is typically needed when retaining the current mortgage as is. However, it is essential to take action and notify the current mortgagor of the ownership transfer to avoid an acceleration of the mortgage due to a transfer of ownership when the party who is retaining the home is not obligated on the current mortgage note. Word of caution: if the vacating spouse wants to remain on the deed to the real property until their name is removed from the mortgage financing options available to the vacating spouse may be limited. So you might want to give us a call to determine any impact on the vacating spouse. The Garn-Saint-Germain Depository Institute Act of 1982 protects consumers from mortgage lenders enforcing the due on sale clause in their mortgage loan documents when the transfer of ownership includes transfers to a spouse or children of the borrower, transfers at divorce or death, the granting of leasehold interest of 3 years or less not containing an option to purchase, and the transfer into an inter vivos trust or living trust where the borrower is a beneficiary. When one person is awarded the marital home and ownership is transferred solely to that spouse, leaving the current mortgage intact, the receiving spouse agrees to take sole responsibility for the mortgage payments through the assumption process. A loan assumption allows a transfer of ownership and leaves the loan intact at the same interest rate, loan terms, and balance. However, legally assuming responsibility for paying the existing mortgage is often confused with loan assumption, where the original mortgagee is released from further liability. Assumption release of liability when a former spouse assumes ownership of the home and the mortgage. This does not always mean the mortgage lender will release the original borrower from their financial obligation or liability on the mortgage. A loan assumption is a transfer in which a person, the assumptor, obtains an ownership interest in real property from another person and accepts responsibility for the terms, payments, and obligations of that other person's mortgage loan. The assumptor is liable for the outstanding debts, and unless a release of liability is requested, the original borrower will remain liable as well. In some assumptions, the lender may release the original borrower from their obligation on the promissory note. However, in most cases, the original borrower remains liable on the mortgage note. This means that depending on state law and the circumstances of the particular case, if the new owner stops making mortgage payments in the future and goes into foreclosure, the lender may come after the original borrower for a deficiency judgment to collect the debt. A simple letter, including a copy of the divorce decree sent to the mortgage holder, may suffice as notice to the servicer. And we're going to I have some sample wording for you. That if you want that from me, just give me a call at 800-306-1990. We also have our Better Outcome Workbook. That would be the mydymworkbook.com, mydymworkbook.com. You can get that, compliments of your friends right here at Ron Siegel Radio. And as always, I ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Lights go out and I can't be saved. Tides that I tried to swim against